What's going on, guys? My name is Griffin, and welcome to episode 3 of my Minecraft 1.16 survival let's play. If you tuned into episode 2, then you know that I've been working on tearing down a nearby hill next to my base for the purpose of terraforming a water feature underneath Griffin's Point. Now, you're probably wondering why that job looks suspiciously finished already. Well, I did some off-screen mining. Except it wasn't actually off-screen mining like other YouTubers will say when they're actually on creative mode and then they come back with 64 diamond blocks and full enchanted netherite. Yeah, I wasn't going to do you guys like that. I time-lapsed the entire thing and I'm about to show it to you really quick. But first, if you're this far into my Let's Play, consider subscribing. I really want to do this for a while. I'm having a lot of fun and every sub and every like definitely helps. Share this series with a friend. It would mean a lot to me. And now, with no further ado, roll the time lapse. So now that the work of chopping that hill a little bit down to size is done, we can begin working on the frame of what is going to be our new water feature on the lower level of Griffin's Point. So I'm just going to load up on dirt and then make my way down to the valley below. The idea here is that I want to raise the water level of all of the individual pools and rivers that run underside Griffin's Point. So to accomplish this, I'm going to make a frame about this height all the way around everywhere that I want the water level to raise up to, go one block down, and then fill that entire space, essentially making a canopy of dirt over every single feature beneath it in this valley. Then when that's done, I'll terraform hills extending out from each corner of the frame and then begin the work of filling the canopy with water. Once that is done, I'll pop the dirt out from the canopy, and then we'll have our finished water feature. So I'm thinking this part over here where the terrain is already a little bit broken to start going down in this cave system is actually where I would want to start. So we're going to make an organic looking curve at roughly the height that we want our pond to start. And it's already dark, so I'm gonna make my way back to a bed really quick. I'm up here, jump on the bridge, and nap the night away. All right, it's daytime. We can make our way back down. So now that the rough frame of the pond is done on this corner, I'm going to extend down one block and then create a flat surface all the way through. Now again, the thought here is that I'm creating a canopy for water to rest inside of, and then when those water source blocks are established, I'll pop this dirt out and that will effectively fill the area below it, creating one giant lake situated inside of this kind of custom cliff formation that we're designing. It's always nice to be able to work at an angle like this to where you can kind of fill out more than one row or column of blocks at a time. So now that this one lip of the water feature is effectively done, I'm going to terraform a hill coming out of the front side of it. To do this, I kind of want to make a little bit of a custom curve coming off the front. And then this shape will effectively be the guide for the rest of the terraforming work around it. Now, notice how I'm kind of making some of the corners not congruent with the side next to it. That's because we're trying to imitate the procedurally generated terrain that's already in Minecraft. I like my builds to kind of feel like they belong in the world. And to do that, sometimes you leave stuff in that might otherwise feel like a mistake. Okay, this right here is beginning to become a little precarious for me. I hate fall damage, so we're actually gonna go ahead and just fill up this cave. Not fill it up, but just block it off a little bit. You've probably noticed by now I am religious about holding that shift key when I'm doing stuff like this, because, yeah, I'm just really bad at estimating how much fall damage I can take. I've died that way more than literally any other way you can die in Minecraft. Sure, there are a lot of players who can relate. It's already dark and we are just barely finishing one side of this, but just to kind of get you a little more of a bird's eye view, we'll run out. See? Looks like it belongs in the terrain. That's the goal. The other goal? Not to get screwed by zombies. Your mama. Okay, I think we can build a ring kind of through this river. I can hear you, skeletons. Where are you? Oh, got him. Let's go. Ah! Get out of here. It's getting a little more dangerous as nighttime goes on, but that is what survival is all about, right? Oh, shoot, drowned. Well. Thankfully, no creepers yet, because that would be really irritating if this hill got blown up. Don't really want to start again. You brought friends? Let's go. See if we can get them to shoot each other. Got him. It's always my favorite. Just let them do the dirty work. What was that laugh? Is there a witch nearby? I am not in the mood. Oh, gosh. Sure enough. Hate that laugh. Eat it, witch. There we go. If you haven't gathered by now, I have a dangerous habit of working through the night and not lighting up my work area. Keeps things interesting. So anyway, this... Shut up. Anyway, this is generally what our water feature is going to look like on every angle that we are attempting to elevate the water level from. See? Looks like it belongs in the world. Once the grass grows over that, we'll add a little bit of overgrowth, maybe a tree or two, and that'll blend right in. For now, though, your boy has had it with the mobs in this field, so I am going to get to bed. You followed me in? Little rascal. You gonna die. Bane of arthropods, baby. Let's sleep. All right, I believe it is day 3 of us terraforming our new water feature. Want to come around to this corner and just kind of finish patching that up. And then we can back up so you guys can see the entire thing in the daytime. So that looks pretty convincing to me. I might fill in those holes in the natural terrain generation. Maybe an Enderman got to those blocks right there and that spot right there. But for the most part, this feels like something that you would naturally see in game. I'm pretty happy with it. Now the move is creating a dirt canopy across the entirety of this bottom section. Roll time lapse. Alright, so I am down to my last stack of dirt. This is actually taking a lot more than I thought it would, but we have more than half of the area that I want covered done. So I'm thinking instead of just going back to that mountain and gathering the rest of the dirt we need to do it in one shot, we can terraform this in sections. So I'll fill this part with water first, up till this corner, pop all that dirt out, and then move that dirt to the next section, and so on, until we've covered every single area with water that we want to. Artificially flooding an entire valley is tough business. No one tells you when you start. Now to flood that whole area, we're gonna need 2 buckets of water. That's right, just 2. All we're gonna do is place 2 water source blocks within a 3 block distance of one another. Really, there's a 1 block gap, so it covers 3 blocks. It's a water block, then a blank block, and then another water block. And that will create an infinite water source in between those 2 source blocks. From that infinite water source, we will be able to fill this entire area. So we'll go 1 and 2, and now this one is infinite. It will keep being refilled by the others. All right, so far our water dirt canopy is looking pretty sweet. This is gonna be even cooler when the water is super deep down to where the floor is underneath it. You can see all the blocks and fish will spawn. We'll go get some kelp from an ocean biome and really deck this out. But I think this general shape is really gonna give this area a lot more life than it had before. Just a note for you guys, if you want to do this in your single player world, maybe think about having your canopy be 2 deep, because when you're only 1 deep in water, you can't swim or run through it. You're kind of just stuck. And now we're going to start hollowing this out. So you can see the water source blocks above are flooding what lies beneath. I'm getting shot at from somewhere, but not worried about it. Just gonna keep going. The upside of all this water slowing me down is that it's keeping me from taking fall damage. Like, if I'm clumsy and I just happen to waltz right off this cliff, I'll just fall into water. Pretty sweet. You can already see fish starting to spawn. This area is going to be so cool when it's done. Swim through here, try and recover all of our dirt. I thought items always floated to the surface now, but I guess that's not always true, because there are some of these things stuck to the bottom. Why are you alive? How are you doing that? They're fighting underwater? That's kind of sick, actually. What was that? Not gonna lie, with the shaders, getting the water up to this height was a great move. Look at that. That's so pretty. Keep going till it gets dark. Then we will sleep, because I am not in the mood to get trapped in water fighting mobs at night. Okay. I think that's enough. We can get back up and go to bed. Do it again tomorrow. And night-night. See how we're doing. See how much depth that adds right there? If I wanted to, I could totally just let it be one block of water, but there's no dimension to that. Like, this is so much better because you can see the grass, you can see the fish. This feels like it was meant to be a part of the world the entire time. That was always the goal. I know you want to blow up. Come on. Hit me with it. Not gonna lie, I used to not know that shields could block creeper explosions, and when I found that out, it changed my entire life. Not gonna lie, I can keep hearing drowned spawn near me, and to me, they make the second worst sound in all of Minecraft. The first worst, my first most least favorite sound in all of Minecraft. Oh yeah, that's cool, just full gold armor, whatever, man. What on earth? I wonder what it's like over here. Oh, yeah, this is a mob spawner waiting to happen right here. All right, that is the first section of my valley completely flooded. Now that you guys get the idea, I'm gonna roll time lapse, finish the rest of it, and then do some cinematic juicy shots and replay mod to show off the entire thing. Let's go. Anyway, guys, that's all for this episode. I hope you've had fun following along. If you enjoyed the content, go ahead and like and subscribe. There's plenty more where that came from. I'll see you next time.